Hello everyone, my name is Alexey, and today I want to tell you about one of my favorite design patterns because it makes code much more cleaner, reduces the amount of code in some cases, and this pattern makes refactoring of code in the future much more easier than before. It's Facade. I wanted to say a couple of words about the Facade pattern before we will jump into the code. The primary idea of the Facade is make your core as much as possible easy to change in the future. So, you are building the facade between your complex logic in code and business logic. And maybe the best example should be with fetch API and request to the server. Moreover, the code in the facade can be changed and replaced in the future, and methods used inside business logic won't be affected, which also an advantage of this design pattern. Okay, let's start. Cool, so I've prepared mini application using dummyjson.com service. And this application could get us some products by some conditions. So first function, just get products by URL. It gets all products. And then also get products by search. This function returns to us. So I need to write return here. This function returns us products by query. So, and we can pass here one of our functions and get data. For example, for get products, we can get 30 products, and we can use also get products by search and pass here phone, for example, and it will be 4 products like iPhone 9, iPhone X, and other things. Cool. And as we can see, in two functions, we have similar logic. So we are getting our information through the fetch with the same method and with the same headers. Yeah, and also we have a base URL, it's the same, and we just need in the second method add some query. So it's a logic which needed to be in a fetch, but it's not related to business logic. And now we will create a facade which will cover this whole logic and gets as output a method in which we will pass just URL and we will get some information, some method and some approach to receiving a JSON. It will be covered by a facade. And let's start to implement it. Amazing. Let's wrap our logic into facade. So we can create function. It will be const fetch products. And it will be an arrow function, which will take 2 parameters. So it will be URL and params. So as we can see, we can pass params. And we just need to replace fetch logic here. And also we need to modify a bit our code. So for example, we need to pass URL here. And as we can see, we have params. And for query params, we will use specific object. So const query params, and it will be new URL search params. And we need to provide params here. Also, we need to call method to string. Let me show you a bit more about URL search params. And for example, we can write here like new URL search params and pass here some params. For example, it will be Q, for example, for search phone. And also maybe we need to count something, so it will be count and it will be 10. And we can also call toString method. Nice. And as we can see, we will receive a string Q equals to phone and count equals to 10, and it will be merged through this symbol as we need in our URL. And we need to pass query params just after the URL, but as following standard, we need to pass query params after question mark. So let's do it. And we can pass our query params. Nice. And our facade is ready. Let's try to use it in our code. Cool. And now our mini facade is ready, and let's replace with our facade these two bodies of functions. So for get products, we just need to leave our URL, and for get products by search, we need to leave our URL and also pass here an object with q. It will be our query. Nice. Cool. And as we can see, all is working. So let's also test with get products. Yes, 30, and with get products by search, also 4. And as we can see, we left just business logic for these two functions. And interesting thing is that we can easily refactor our fetch function without affecting business logic. So get products and get products by search, it's functions responsible for business logic, and fetch products is responsible for programming its core. Here we are describing our fetching logic, and it covered with facade. And I want to show you how to easy refactor our code and, for example, include Axios library in our project without touch of business logic. And let's start. Okay, let's imagine we are running this project for several years, and we want to refactor our fetch and our approach to fetch the data. And we want to use other library and not regular fetch. And for example, it could be an Axios. And also in index.html, I've included this Axios through CDN. It's the link you can write also in Google Axios CDN and pass script before our index.js. And also we want to use Axios for our requests. And instead of using this code, we can write, for example, return Axios, and here we just need to pass params. So it could be URL. It's our URL. We just we need to write somehow like this, or left just URL. Also, we need to pass method. So method, it could be get. And also we need to pass params. Let's pass params. Here we will have a promise, and we need to write here result. Here would be result, and we need to get data from our result. So result.data. Cool. And let's save our logic. And as we can see, we changed logic in one function and didn't affect get products and get products by search function. And as we can see, we can also search by phone. It could be for phones. And we also can use get products and remove our search. And it will be 30 products as in start of this video. So with facade pattern, we can refactor and maybe reduce amount of our code, reduce amount of our logic, or refactor some logic in one place. And business logic won't be affected. It's the main idea of the facade. So let's sum up what we have done. As we saw with the facade pattern, we can cover complex logic and make simple interface for business logic. Once again, an example. When you call a shop to place a phone order, an operator is your facade to all services and departments of the shop. The operator provides you a simple voice interface to the ordering system, payment gateways, and various delivery services. And as we can see, business functions do not suffer from changes inside the logic, and we can still use the same API. If you have also used the facade pattern in your code, please tell me about it in the comments. It will be interesting to read about your experience. So that's it. Please like, subscribe, stay tuned. Please subscribe to my Telegram channel and have a nice day. Bye.